Yeah.
It's live through Facebook.
Live through YouTube.
Ah, nice.
Live through YouTube. Okay. Here you go.
Hola, hola.
Remember to
Like this.
Yeah, like this.
Like in diagonal, like like this.
Test one.
Hello, people
All right.
from around the
We're here.
world.
We're here with Francelia and Grace today. Hola, hola everybody. Hola Radio Tulum Nation. How we're doing out there? So we're very excited because you guys are coming from the government, a government agency. Tell me about a little bit about yourself, Francelia.
Well, I am now living in Tulum almost 20 years. I start in Cancun. I have a lot of experience in private sector. I did different projects about hoteliers and marinas, tours, restaurants. So all this background, when I came here in Tulum, this helped me to be in touch about the develop of Tulum. The first time I came for a weekend with my family, and we were...
Sorry, 1 second, Francelia. Hey, where's that dog? Freya, can you get Freya over here so that she does, our rescue dog is running around above our roof, interrupting.
He likes to be free.
Yeah. We have to give him free. Anyway, so continue.
So basically, when I came to Tulum, I was already working in the tourism industry. And when I decided moving here, I already had all this background about what tourism industry means, no?
Before we get there, tell me about Tulum and why you moved to Tulum.
I moved to Tulum basically because it's a wonderful place where you have nature, you have culture, you have all these Mayan ancient cities, no, the sites. This gives a special magic for the destination, no, and it also was all this sand that you have, all the nature that it was more full of green colors and birds and all this nature. And it was very much alike to a place where I used to go for my vacations when I was a kid in another in another part of Mexico.
Wonderful, wonderful. 20 years, wow, that's a long time to have seen the changes. I don't think my microphone is really working, Dario.
I can hear you a little bit.
You can hear me a little bit? Okay. I can't hear me. And generally I can hear me. I'm the loudest person in the room. Anyway, so, I mean, a lot of changes in 20 years in Tulum.
Yeah, actually, the first time that I came to Tulum, it was 1994.
Wow. The first time I came was 2002. I thought that was pretty good. Wow, 1994. Wow.
Yeah, so the only place that you can be was Samas, Hotel Samas, and Maya Tulum. After that, it was like all jungle.
Wasn't Anahi Jose probably was here too? Yes,
was also
and
there. And there were like five or 10 hotels maximum, I guess.
Yeah, with little huts. I mean, I still remember there being little huts on the beach for $20. But wow, a lot of changes have occurred. So you come from that background. Let's turn to Grace here. So Grace, what brings you to Tulum and what are you doing here? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes, at the first time that I was here, it was because a beauty patient.
Oh, can we turn the music?
Yes, we are open here. We are live. We are okay. My microphone is
I
not
mean,
working.
we are.
No.
Dario,
we lost him.
You lost the microphone. My God, we're in really professional hour today. But we love it. It's okay.
Maybe here have a microphone, the camera, a little bit.
It does. No, because it's just to, I don't know, something just happened. Now we have no microphone.
No, like we can. It's live, right?
It's live. We're live. And you know what it is, bro? You can turn up the oh, that's because I turned off the thing.
Exactly.
Okay, so you can turn off my computer. Sorry, we have background music, and we don't want YouTube to shut us off because copyright is a big problem today and these days. YouTube will turn off the audio just because it hears those songs in the
But
background.
now YouTube can hear us.
Now YouTube can hear us. Yeah, we're live. We're
Nice.
live. Okay,
So we can keep going.
keep going. Yes.
Okay, exactly. Well, I was here because the first time I was here, it was because a beauty pageant. It's called Miss Earth. So I was having this philosophy of being a woman that inspires to make the change with the woman's with the nature, it's that philosophy of my life. And then I moved here I moved here because I really love Tulum. I saw the Caribbean, all these Asian pyramids. So I feel this energy that we can feel if you are in the Caribbean Sea. And I feel really connected with the universe, with the people. So I think this is the right place to make these plans about helping people, making better our environment. I think this is a very nice point because all around the world people are coming here so we can share this energy. And that's why I decided to move here. And in that beauty pageant in 2015, I met Mario Cruz Rodriguez, my boss actually. So the actual
one
boss
from the government.
Yes.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So, well, we make some works together, and then he invited me, and of course, I was like super interested because I'm here not as a politician. It's more like, okay, one more of the community that if I want change of my country, I need to be there to guide this energy. It's sometimes it's difficult, but I think it's the way that we can change and make the things we are doing right now.
I share that opinion as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have to participate. We were having a discussion earlier about inclusion, and it's a really important time for Tulum. And the reason why I always start with Tulum, because we do the project called Love for Tulum, which this is a part of, right? So we have to, the reason why I moved to Tulum was because every time I would come, I would feel like this was my home. I would feel like I could feel myself centered, and there was nothing like it. There's nothing like the sand that never gets hot, and the stars that fall from the sky. I think I've counted 35 stars falling in the sky on a given night.
Turtles arriving.
And the turtles, and let alone the energy. There's a magical energy that, and I hate to talk in Tuluminati terms, but it's you can feel, whatever you ask for is given to you. It's by no small feat that the Mayans had their last sort of hurrah here, and it's a magical place, and I think we need to protect it. And right now, as you say, meeting Mario and being from the background of tourism, and some of the things that you were telling me about, it's a really crucial time for Tulum.
Exactly.
It's this balance that can tip and go to Cancun, Playa del Carmen, or we can sort of hold it a little bit and guide it. The progress will come. We can't stop the progress.
Yeah. But I think the thing here is make it iconic. Iconic, why? Because we can share the world that we as a humans, we have the intentions and all together connected with the politic terms and the community terms. We can grow as a town, as a country, as a world, as a society.
As a community.
Exactly.
As the true sense of the word community, I really strongly believe, even though there's a lot of stuff happening, that's where the example lies. That when people arrive here, coming from a touristic, they say, wow, this is a real community of people. Italians, Mayans, everybody is kind of together and helping each other.
And we have to also reinforce the identity, to design our own identity. And don't lose the magic from the origins,
Exactly.
And take care about the pre-Hispanic identity, but also integrate it in a very respectful and lovely way,
I'm sorry to cut you off, Grace. Radio Tulum this year is dealing with identity. We've been having a lot of sociologists, anthropologists, And Mexican identity is a big word, it's almost a lost word.
It's a big country with different
Exactly.
Is there an identity? Because it's been rewritten, and then the identity hasn't been accepted, because you brought up pre-Hispanic and post-Hispanic. You got to integrate both of those cultures because they both exist.
We have the pre-Hispanic, the colonial, the modern. But one thing here in the Quintana Roo state is that we have no colonial structure. As you see, usually when the people come here, they say, like, is this Mexico? We think about mariachis, we think about the plaza, the cathedral, and that's an urbanistic development that came with the Spanish. No, they have the central plaza, the church, the government building, and Quintana Roo, we don't have that because the closest place with churches is Valladolid.
Exactly.
We are the youngest state in Quintana Roo, no?
Just like 10 years ago, I think so, right?
No, the municipality, Tulum became a municipality 10 years ago. But
then recently it became Pueblo Mágico in about 4 years ago.
In 2015, and this is also another very interesting project that helps the develop of Tulum and gives you a structure.
So, did you have something else to add? Grace?
Yes, talking about the identity of Tulum, it's very important just to have this mix of all around the world. But I think Tulum, it's like recently born as a town that actually we are working to rescue these Mayan traditional, aspects in architecture, like organic architecture. Now it's working in the hotels, in the clothes, clothing by organic environment as clothes, hotels, It's kind of reborn, I think so. We are going to that.
I don't know. I'm not sure if we're going towards that, and I do definitely agree. Sorry to that we need to protect the culture and we need to protect the people. But it's so, it's all mixed, right now, and it's a new place, and I think as much as we need to protect it, we also need to grasp it and understand it and showcase it.
There is like a philosophy, from the Mayans that to take care of something, you have to love it, and to love it, you have to know about it, no?
Exactly, and this is the crucial
basic
part.
That's why we are starting working with our communities, because we have to know about them, obviously always with the respect and love, and we have to take very well care of them because it has to be a very quiet, calm process, even though we live in a rush time.
Yes.
But having them with all that conscience will help us to include them in the new society.
And to listen to them, because this is the most important thing. We don't know.
We cannot force anything.
Exactly. And I think that, I know that we're getting to this really great project that you guys are putting together, but I find this conversation that we should expand on this conversation a little bit. And I would say, and because what I've been finding is that we need to give face. But also another thing, we have to be real. The reality has to be there. The reality of the situation of this community. A lot of the young people are leaving the community because they have to go to Cancun to work. Yeah. So it may be that it's already on the process of dying. And to want to, to not understand that as a crucial section of this, to try to protect something. Like, we do big parades about let's protect the Mayan language, and we do all this stuff.
I think it goes even shorter time.
Yes.
The situation in Tulum is that many families have no education opportunities for their kids. So sometimes the people get separated because the kids have to go for secondary or high school, different places, no? So these kind of projects will help to keep the families together when you give them opportunities of the works that they have, like artisans, like agriculture, all these kind of things will help them to keep their families together. We can give with all these improve of new programs. We can help to to have a better quality of living, no?
Radio Tulum, sorry Grace, one second. Radio Tulum has a project that we want to propose to you. We're doing this Melapona project,
Nice.
which is just an excuse for us to go inside the community. It's a very easy, very respectful way. You know, a lot of the farmers who are bee farmers and honey farmers, they're no longer, sorry, we're we're going to get to the project, I promise.
No worries. No, it's part of that. That's why
Yes,
we were saying.
actually,
No?
yes, I was like, okay, we are going in the mood.
Our job is that part. It's so rich what we do, and it's transversal. No?
Yeah, and that's the most important part, is to discuss all of the different elements. And you know, my idea was I went and interviewed a farmer in Filippo Creo Puerto, and he was telling me how no farmer is doing Melapona because they don't generate enough honey. So why wouldn't I take the African bee, harness the African bee? And I was thinking to myself, and then I talked to him, and he told me, Mandeep, it's not that the Melapona is really completely endangered. It's more about the floods and the conditions that nobody can really harness them. I lost so many hives this year. And I was thinking to myself, why not let's create a little greenhouse. We go to every single farming community and say, here's a greenhouse that has all the fauna and the flora. And you farm your precious, precious bee that relates you back to your roots.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then we also buy back all the Melapona. So we've already provided this sort of program, and we get to know each farmer.
It's the
And
cycle of life.
that programs help us a lot, because actually we have problems in our work, and it's like Mercado Maya is the organic market for the producers, but also we know that we need help about all these private commerce, you know. So we are putting them in this kind of platforms like Mercado Maya, like tomorrow the festival we want to have. It's a platform for all these producers to show up their products, and like the tourists, the commerce can see that they are working well. Like no more like, okay, I am a designer, so I will go with the producers and work for me. No, we want to help the artisans to grow up and have this kind of platforms.
Have their own identity,
Exactly.
have their own business, have their own
Exactly.
reliance, not rely on the simple exchange that never really happens, because there's so much against them.
All these artisans with all these traditions is like they call them from the grandparents, no? And they have all this love, all these traditions. They show, in Mexico, the artisans, you have a particular language, in graphics or iconographic, because they always will have designs of their flora, their fauna, or events, very important events in their community. So we have a different kind of textile designers in this area, not only in the state, but also in Tulum. And that's part of the work that we are doing for the Tomorrow Festival.
Tell me a little bit more about tomorrow. What's happening tomorrow, Grace?
Okay, we have a gastronomy and artisans festival, but at this moment also the state is with us. They will give the prize, the best artisan prize of Quintana Roo.
The reward. Okay, good.
The reward. And also we will have producers of all these, like farmers of the Mayan communities right here. So it's kind of giving the platform to show it up. And it's tomorrow, and we will be glad all the people that are seeing us or can share.
All this festival is because tomorrow, the March 19th, is the celebration, the international celebration of the artisans. So the state organized time before also a contest that Grace is telling about. And we're going to celebrate with a reward with the winner, which is a lady from Carrillo Puerto, from the town of kind of difficult, Expijil. And we want to honor all these women that work with all these
That's
material.
really what's exciting, is that it's all women. It's the women,
It's most of them. Like tomorrow.
not the gastronomy maybe, but the
In kind of
Textile maybe. because
textile, it's like I think like 97% women. So it's giving them the place they earn, you know. So we are helping these kind of people with all the team. So it's what I like is the government have like this kind of thinking about that more and better opportunities. Our presidents have like with you we are more. So all these kind of intentions are connecting with all the environment, and Mario Cruz also he gives the platform for this kind of shows or maybe events that are helping them. So connected, we are making better things.
And this also goes to make a better tourism product, no?
Yeah, I mean,
that's where the sector, the individual sector, helps to integrate all the opportunities, all the activities, the economical activities from the municipality. And I think our president already understands all this and is part of the new generation of the sustainability.
Exactly. So an very important thing, like our president is like.
Are we talking about Victor Mas here?
No,
Yeah.
Yes, Victor
We're
Mas.
talking about Victor, right?
Yes,
Mas,
it's super
the municipal-
interesting.
Yeah, the municipal mayor. I mean, we're talking about, and he is as progressive. So he called on to
Understands very
Mario
well.
to create this program, and Mario is working with this program.
With us. Exactly. And the thing that I like that all of this is having like a truly intention, because actually Victor, he used to live here all his life. He's Mayan people. He is the community. So
His Mayan is impeccable. I'm like the other day I saw him
Yes.
in Coba, and it's just he's actually, and plus he's modern. I mean, I've known him since he was doing the accounting, that office. So I met him before, but now I see him. It's like another
Yeah.
person. It's amazing.
And that's part of the authenticity of this kind of projects, because it's not something demagogic, it's a real truth, no? Because like we were saying, to take care about something, you have to love it and you have to know it.
Yes.
So I think that the team of people that are working now also, no, like me that moved from the private to the government, like she says, is because I want to participate. I already have my family, my kids. I have many years working here. And I think the only people that the only reason how can you make a change is to be involved. No?
And participate, as we talked about. Excellent. Let me ask you guys something. What is the vision of Mario's office? What do you hope? What is the vision of the political office, and what is your own personal vision? Let's talk about that.
Okay, I guess the direction we have, the Dirección de Desarrollo Económico, for me, I understand it like the core of a community, because there is where you have all the economical development, as it says, no? Because you work with the fishermen, you work with the agropecuarian, you work with artisans, and now we have this sector is the tourism sector, and you can put it like a factory, no? Because to make a product successful in the market, it's not enough to have it in a bottle and put it on the store. You have to make it really carefully about the packaging, the products to make the product inside, the mix of elements. So I see it like that. No, we have in this sector all the elements, the ingredients to set Tulum now as a strong project of tourism, a destination. We already are a very important destination. No, we know that Tulum is a very rich place, but we have to take care about that. And I guess all the community in Tulum is always been aware of this. For all this
The
time,
discrepancy it's great. It's a really great discrepancy here too.
yeah.
And this is very important because also tomorrow we are promoting the sign about Hecho en Tulum Naturalmente, that in English is like made in Tulum naturally. So this sign will help all these people, all these products, because we want to share for the world the best of Tulum with all these kind of people we have in the Mayan communities. So I am very thankful, and also I think all the team, we are very thankful with our president, Victor Masta, because I think he have the ship, to help all these communities, because he lives here since he was like a baby, so he already knows what Tulum needs, what it takes, so that's why we are now helping these people.
Well, we're working on that.
It's amazing. I think that it's so important, and tomorrow, tomorrow's event hopefully is one of many. And I was just talking to Leticia and to Grace about how Radio Tulum can integrate and utilize some of the artisans. We already have a women's collective here that we're trying to do, and maybe we can also integrate into the community some other ideas and work with you guys closely, because I really think we need to document. We need to document these communities. We don't know what's going to happen, and I think that Victor Mas's choice and both of your, it's inspired that both of you guys have come to this place and trying to take all of your knowledge and to participate. It's really crucial, because we're only a community, a good community, if we help the people that are suffering, or not just suffering, but it's not the right choice of word, but that are the poorest amongst us, that are less fortunate, and there's a deep discrepancy here. There's so much money being made on that beach that
yes, actually,
there is just there is no excuse, and that's why we choose to say love for Tulum. Exactly. Go back to the gift that Tulum gives you, and give back to it.
Exactly.
And it's part of the social responsibility.
It's such a part of the social.
And then we can see that many of this generation of people here, we have all this present in our activities. No, for me, it's like if you have a restaurant, of course you have to give back to the community. How can you make it? Just buying the products from the farmers, from our community, no? Mm-hmm. Instead of going to different big shops or supermarkets or suppliers, no?
And also, that's why Artesanos de Valor Maya, it's here.
I was just going to say.
Artesanos de Valor Maya, it's a truly heartly program that helps, because, actually, like, it's like the hotels, and here in the main avenue, Tulum Avenue, we have all these kind of products, craft products, but they are made in other states of Mexico, but nothing about this Mayan community. So that's why this emergency of projects. So Artesanos de Valor Maya gives them the first place. It's like the platforms. Also, we are having like a little cabanas, so they can have, if they don't have a place, like they can rent to sell their stuff, they have these little cabanas with the help of Victor Mas, that they can have a better place here to sell their products, their clothes,
and this discrepancy, like you say, is not unique from Tulum. No. It's from all the different countries where you have the tourism explosion.
Yes.
So in a worldwide new tendency is the social tourism, which means all this sustainability that is part of the agenda, the 2030 agenda, is working with the communities, because it's the heritage, no, of the culture, and helps and bring it back and make it more equal.
Yeah, I think the balance is certainly so important, and to keep inherent the core of the space that we and honor it, rather than just come and swallow it.
And that's the difference between a tourist or a traveler. Exactly. When you are a traveler, you are more you decide more about the culture, about the nature, and there is many travelers that really care about going to a place and divide like just the garbage, like separate like glasses, no plastics, and sometimes the people, the local people, didn't know about that. One of my first projects here in Tulum was divided the plastics and things like that, no?
Exactly. So
is there a plan for more education with this program?
Yes, of course. Part of the basis of this project is give certifications and ¿cómo se dice?
Knowledge about giving them the
capacitación,
no? Like
capacity.
The capacity, like knowledge, teachers that they can show them not only the better things for their products, for their lives also. Like, they made some clothes and they sell or sold, like, okay, they put the price, and then other people that want to have more money than them, then, okay, I need the prices lower. So, this is not a fair thing. That's why we want to teach them how is the fair price, and they can come and sell in a nice price for them, and they can pay their food, the school, because they are taking care about that.
But that's also a governmental responsibility. I think we can create a governmental program that puts, like, a taxi guy has a card, and that's the card, a regulated price point. And I think it's also another thing that I've been thinking about as you guys are talking about. The government can also create a real collective and put it into the forefront. Artisanal de Naturalmente. You can actually create it as a collective, a government collective, where there's a card, and you start to promote that to the local. To the local consumer, not just the local consumer, but the local store owners.
Yes.
Where they can really sell their products, and I think it's all so integrated. I think that it all has to. If Victor Ma seems like a man of vision, but I think you have to kind of really take the program into and shape it a little bit further and more.
And it's a process.
It's a
this
process.
Is the beginning.
But we have to think about the strategy together.
Exactly.
And I think
that's why our boss, Mario Rodriguez, is also involved.
I would
with
love
all
to meet
this
with Mario, actually.
Yes, of course. He will be so glad to be here. At this moment, we are like making all these.
The production of the event
of
for
the
tomorrow.
event. It's very but another day he can be here. I'm very sure he will show you all the knowledge he knows, because he's a man that really knows about Tulum. He promotes about Tulum all around the world. So
you would like to meet him, and we'd like to help. Radio Tulum has been, I started Radio Tulum because. They took over the hotels, I was a part of, I had a bar that was about to open right in front of Gitanos. Rooftop bar for 40 people, 2 weeks from opening, all my licensing done, and they took the hotels. And instead of, I thought to myself, we have to give this place more love, not less love. Because we can't become the thing of the other dark side, the corruption, Because if we love this place, and we love the magic, and we want to attain it, we have to participate and do something and provide it culture and education and progressive voices. And that's where Radio Tulum started, was how do we maintain a generosity of spirit.
See, and also you are invited to, with this vision you have, to come with us to the Mayan communities. Actually, Artesanos de Valor Maya promotes that, like all the tourists, all the people that just recently live here knows about all these kind of communities, like show it up. So
well, one of the things that we're doing, and that I know that we can help, and we should work together to create, is ecotourism, or we're creating Radio Tulum experiences. Okay. So what would be really great is that we create a little map of some of the communities, and we have tourists go and do a tour of the local artisans.
And that's why we have to reinforce first the people to be ready
stronger
to receive all this flow of tourism, or travelers, because they have to be already prepared from the production, even the healthy management of the
money, of the product,
and everything,
See, because obviously we love Tulum, and we know that Tulum it's more than beach, because obviously with this a change of nature. We have sometimes seaweed and that, and that is a thing that it's true. But we need to show it up that Tulum, it's no only the Caribbean, only the pyramids. We have gastronomy, we have all these communities, we have amazing things here, like artistic things that we need to show it up. So we are working with that as a team.
That's amazing. We're so honored and blessed to have you, Francelia
Yes.
and Grace. Thank you so much, and you guys are inspired. You have some other stuff to add, Francelia? Would you
Yeah,
like to?
about the program
Yeah,
from our
let's-
festival
yeah.
tomorrow is a artisan and gastronomic festival. Everybody's invited. It's going to start from 5 in the afternoon tomorrow, and it's a long program. It's a very multicultural, but based on the artisans. We have different dances, traditional folkloric dances from Jalisco, Sonora, Nuevo León, Veracruz, Yucatan. We have the award.
Grace knows it
You
by
have
heart.
Yeah, that's because I'm.
She's the expert of all
No, it's
the
because
program.
I have a lot of passion with all these people. Like it's in my body, so that's why it's. As Francelia says, we have the gastronomy, we have all these kind of dances. Also, we have the prize or the reward for the best
catwalk.
For the best artisan of Quintana Roo. Also, we have a photography place like with
a
the gallery. Also, a runway, but we are showing the best products of Tulum. You know, it's time that they can be
They are the principal actors.
Exactly.
They're the protagonists.
The
I think
protagonists,
Grace-
exactly.
That's what Grace told me the first time, because I said, Grace, you would make a great host. And she said, yeah, I really want the community to be the protagonist. And really, I would suggest to everybody out there to go and go see for yourself. Meet these men and women who are humans like us, who carry a strong weight of the past with them, and they bring great creative energy to our space. And wait till you see some of these products. They are completely so magnificent and so beautiful and so crafted, artisans. This is not
Souvenirs.
It's
not
not
souvenirs.
souvenirs.
Exactly.
We're not doing souvenirs, okay,
No.
guys? And it's really handcrafted, well put together products that we're also going to carry some products with Leticia in our Radio Tulum shop. But come tomorrow, gather with the community. It's really good to give a hug or shake the hand of the so-called community that surrounds us and know the people personally. And this will change our focus. This will change our light. This will change the way we operate, which is in our little multiverses, separated from everybody, thinking we're doing something good. That doesn't. You have to come out and you have to show your face.
Exactly. So we are very, very glad with Victor Masta and all the whole team, because they are putting a lot of effort to having this platform for all these people. And well, you know it.
Our
Francella.
director is very proud of having this, La Sede, to be the sede of this award, because we are going to have the eyes of everybody here, no? And we are proud of show our Tulum
Yes.
to all the people.
So we will be very glad that you can be there. Also, Carlos Joaquin, all the people, so they can see what Tulum is made of.
Yeah, and Tulum is made of a lot of great art and culture, and let's harness it. Let's be together and look at it. We're very honored again for Victor Mas, for Mario
Cruz,
Cruz, Mario Cruz,
Carlos
and
Joaquin.
Francelia and Grace for leading the participation and creating programs that are actually going to involve the community. And I have a dream, as Martin Luther King said, that this beautiful land that I have been honored to live in, and I'm a part of, and we gather all together because, there's only one ancient durable order, and it's called humanity. And that is where we start from. And the only way to create community, the thing that you seek, the eco-chic word, the lies that we've told ourselves to make this into this very visited place, we can take these lies and make them true by creating community, by helping each other, by taking the people that are out there in the fringes and giving them a fair wage, helping them with homes. And it is our duty. It is our and it should be our honor to be able to do this. So hear the love in all that you do. Remember to live with intention, live with purpose, and always feel your life through consciousness. This will lead the way forward. Always go out and support your independent voices, because these are the voices that are going to set you free. Thank you for joining us. This has been a production.
Thank you very much for invitation.
Yes.
Thank you, Francine.
And we will be very glad to show you more what Tulum is made
Well,
of.
we're going to be filming this stuff. I really want the excuse to go into the community, and I think that we'll create a website, and we'll work together with the government, because it seems like there's a real change happening, and that excites me very much.
A deep change.
Yeah, no, a deep-rooted change that is actually going to do something. And I know that I have some ideas, and I want to dive right in, because that's the only way we're going to make this and hold on to what Tulum is.
Yes.
And I just want to hold on a little bit to what Tulum is. I don't want it to turn into Playa del Carmen.
No.
Yeah, no.
So
No, we are Tulum, and we will always be Tulum.
exactly.
I'm sure of that.
I'm sure, but
All
you know,
the people in the Tulum, everybody has that in
that
their heart.
desire that in their heart. I know they do, but they're also letting some of it slip away. So, you know, with all of our shows, sustainability, all of this stuff is really important. But the love for Tulum. I love my Tulum. I love you, Tulum. Gracias. Gracias
Thank
por
you.
todo. Thank you so much.
No,
thank you,
thank
guys.
you.
We really appreciate it.
Thank you
All
very
All right,
much to
here the
you.
love.
Thank
Radio
you.
Tulum. Signing off.
Bye.
Bye.
sis.
Gracias. I know we didn't talk a lot about the event, but I think this was even more important. It's okay.
No, actually, yes. I told to Francella that this will be like more like a talk.
Conversation, a talk,
Sí.
yeah. Nothing selling points.